Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. At Crimson Lights, Jack leaves Tracy a voicemail asking her to let him know if she hears from Ashley. He'll do the same. Devin walks in, and they compare notes on what's stressing them out. Jack doesn't want to get into his family problems, and Devin admits work is bothering him. Jack asks if Billy's making it easier or harder for him. Devin says, exciting. Jack asks, what's Billy done now? They move to the patio and Devin tells Jack the big problem is that Billy convinced Jill to hand over her power to him. He's sure it's 100% Billy's doing. Jack is shocked. Devin complains that he wanted to add the Abbott name to the company, which is how much he respects Catherine and Neil. It tells him all he needs to know about the guy. Jack admits it's the first he heard of it. He hopes it hasn't made things untenable. Devin thinks Billy thrives on conflict. It hasn't been fun. He asks if Jack can talk to him. Jack says Jill putting her trust in Billy isn't something she'd do lightly. He's sure they'll find their way through this, and advises that any push for power on Billy's part is usually insecurity. He feels undervalued. Everyone at Chancellor Winters is looking for a way to move the company forward, and Billy now has to be a part of that vision. He urges him to think about what Neil would do. That will be his best way forward. In the ranch basement, Cole says Jordan's name, and she startles awake. He asks, what the hell's going on? Jordan realizes it's Cole and not Victor and rushes over to the bars to plead with him to get her out of there. She reaches out to hold him, but Cole pulls back and says he's not going anywhere near her. Jordan's convinced he'll get her out of there because his mother raised him to be a good man. Do you have the key? Cole says there is no key. How did you get in here? We heard that you drowned in that river. Jordan says that was all Victor. He has to help her. Get something to get me out of here. Help me please. I need some food. She keeps pleading and insists she's learned her lesson. I'm reformed. If he gets her out of there, she'll leave town and never return. Cole asks, do you think that I would actually believe you after everything you've done? Jordan invites him to call the cops then. On her, but on Victor too. Get me to an actual prison because I can't take this anymore. Jordan rails at Cole to not just stand there, do something. He can't, and he can't call the police either. Jordan needles about being his family. He tells her Victoria and Claire are his family, and she tried to take them from him. Jordan argues that he can't leave her there, but he walks out. Jordan panics that she's a caged animal. In the park, Nate brings Audra ice cream, and they sit on the bench and banter. He brings up her comment about his bad and good sides, and thinks she's ready to explore her good side too. Audra scoffs that she did her soul-searching in her 20s and is done with it. Nate asks, you sure about that? He gets the sense she's still searching for something. What's behind her drive? Talk turns to Noah, and Nate says heartbreak can change you and make you put walls around your heart. She wonders if they're talking about her or him and Victoria. Nate muses, or me and Alina. He used ambition as a distraction. Going back to Tucker, he hopes she's had a wake-up call this time. Everything with that guy is transactional. Audra volleys that maybe this is transactional. Maybe she's hanging out with him for ice cream and job prospects. In the jazz lounge, Ms. Abbott asks if Tucker's going to leave her hanging. She knows he's wounded, not only by her, but Audra, who moved on quickly. She asks him to trust in us, as they always come back to one another. They're absolutely incredible together. Tucker's not interested because this isn't her. He complains about her ping-ponging. She snaps that losing him made her volatile. Tucker says there is something seriously wrong here. This is not about love. You're going through something right now. He's sitting there watching it happen. Ms. Abbott glares as he agonizes. Ms. Abbott keeps pushing and Tucker tells her everyone is trying to help her right now. She shouts that being apart from his is not helping her. Tucker tells her she needs help. At the Abbott mansion, Tracy and Alan are concerned about Ashley's radio silence. Tracy is trying to figure out what she could have said to coax her into treatment. Alan's been doing the same thing. Tracy tells him about Ashley leaving the first appointment she set up for her. He says people won't seek help until they're ready. Jack comes in and asks when was the last time they saw Ashley. Alan says he saw her at lunch yesterday and he hasn't seen her since. Tracy warns she could be worse off than they think.